Hello, clever people, and welcome to my review for Apollo 11. So Apollo 11 is a documentary about Apollo 11, which was the first manned mission to the moon, and it follows it 2 hours before they launch the rocket into space, and it follows every single detail as they go along the path circling around Earth, shooting outwards towards the moon, landing, and coming back. And it follows all the details that went through that, all the little problems, and it accounts one of the greatest events in human history. Apollo 11 is a movie I was looking forward to right once I heard about it. It premiered at the Sundance Film Festival to astounding reviews. People were praising this as one of the great documentaries. It was part of this new wave of documentaries that really kind of started last year, where a lot of documentaries have started becoming very original and kind of defying the structure of documentary. This movie is very special because it has no narrator, it has no interviews, it is just straight up footage. And that sounds like it could not work. It sounds like with a lot of stories, it would end up kind of failing. And a good example of that is A Night in the Garden, which was a documentary short that was nominated. It's a good documentary short. I'm not saying that it's bad, but it didn't have any narration. It was just a scene, and it felt not all that awe-inspiring because it's not really a story that is that awe-inspiring without some editing tricks or without something else put in it. Apollo 11 is a completely different story. The story of Apollo 11, getting them from Earth to the moon, is cinematic. It really is. And you understand that when you watch this movie. As you watch each scene go by and you understand the insane process that went behind going to the moon, everything about it is cinematic. And that was my big takeaway from this movie. It set out to do what it wanted to do, which it didn't want to inform you about every detail of Apollo 11. It wanted to show you everything and give you a spectacle of how big of a deal it was to go to the moon, and that movie did that. It was honestly beguiling. It was shocking to see such an insane thing happen. It's really not something that you see in cinema every day, and I was so happy that I got to catch it in theaters. If I'm being honest, I don't have a single problem with Apollo 11. This movie knew what it wanted to be. It didn't want to inform you about what led up to Apollo 11. It wanted to start right when it started. It wanted to end right once it ended, and it never really lost its charm. The movie flies by like that because it never loses its charm. You're always fascinated by it, and it moves at such a fast pace without leaving you behind. You understand everything that's happened, no matter how much you know about Apollo 11. You understand everything that's happening, and yet at the same time it goes so fast that by the end of the movie you're just completely blown away that it's already over. I love Apollo 11. I think that it is one of the best documentaries I've gotten to see in theaters, and if it is near you, go see it in theaters. That is the way that this movie needs to be seen. I wish there was an IMAX screen near me so I could have seen it when they were showing it on all the IMAX screens. It's a great movie. Go check it out. I will give Apollo 11 an 8 out of 10. Alright, that concludes my review for Apollo 11. So, what are your thoughts on this film, or what is your favorite movie about the moon landing? Comment in the comment section below and let me know. I'm Robert Burke, and this has been The Clever Critics. Goodbye.